let's just take a moment to really ground ourselves in a fundamental truth. Chastity is, at its very deepest level, a matter of covenantal integrity. It's not just some arbitrary boundary line we're not supposed to cross. It's actually this profound, sacred stewardship of our bodies, our desires, our choices, and all our relationships before God. It's about bringing our whole authentic selves to the altar of our covenants.
Elder Jeffrey R. Holland gives us this really beautiful framework when he reminds us that the spirit and the body are the soul of man. And what that means for us is that our physical bodies aren't obstacles getting in the way of our spirituality. They're inextricably linked to our eternal souls. Seeing it that way truly elevates the stewardship of our bodies into this sacred, divine trust. It's a gift we're meant to honor, to understand, and to integrate. It's never something to be shamed.
So keeping that eternal perspective in mind helps us see a much more beautiful, nuanced truth about all of this. Chastity isn't just some rigid list of rules, and it definitely isn't this perpetual state of deprivation. Instead, it's the active, deliberate, everyday practice of truthful, non-exploitative love. Think about the scriptural invitation to bridle all your passions. That's given to us for a very specific, joyous purpose, so that we may be filled with love. Righteous boundaries and restraint are really there to protect people and to protect our covenant faithfulness. They are absolutely never intended to produce shame or to make anyone feel like damaged goods or to leave us in a state of relational starvation and isolation. The writer Eve Tushnet points out something so important here. She affirms that a faithful life, whether you're married or single, can and absolutely should be deeply rich. Living a life devoted to God doesn't mean living a life void of connection. It can be completely filled with profound community, shared creativity, really deep spiritual friendship, affection, and reciprocal care. Every single one of us is capable of experiencing a beautiful union of souls built on devoted, sacrificial love that always seeks the highest good of another person. As we reflect on all of this, we also want to just take a moment to deeply honor the lived complexity of your journey. We completely recognize your agency. We honor the reality of grief, the heavy weight of ambiguity that sometimes comes with this, and the profound capability you hold as an adult navigating a covenant path. Because let's be honest, this path is rarely easy and it's almost never perfectly straightforward. In those moments of deep complexity, I love what Elder Garrett W. Gong reminds us of. He talks about the disciples walking that dusty road to Emmaus. Jesus Christ is our ultimate, steadfast companion on our own roads. He walks with us, especially during those seasons when we might feel completely alone or unseen or just heavily burdened by the unique realities and sorrows of our own personal lives. It's so essential that we distinguish our human experiences and our desires from our chosen actions. Simply experiencing desire does not cancel out your dignity, and it doesn't diminish your standing before God. Christ does not shame the human body. He just offers his constant, non-judgmental presence in our relational lives. And usually, when we look closely enough, we find that he has been walking right there with us all along. As we sit with these truths for a second, just let this next thought settle quietly in your mind. It is truthful love. Always remember that your inherent worth and your profound dignity as a person remains absolute. So, as we leave this space of broad reflection, let's move towards something more personal and concrete. Before today ends, choose one important relationship and take one concrete action that increases honesty, respect, and non-possessive care while honoring your chosen covenants and the other person's boundaries.